Richardson out on the break, and he's good!
Looking for Webb, 3, bang! With 4 points, Banzamuno.
Eureka College Basketball is brought to you by City Blue Technologies in Peoria, an Epson dealer serving Central Illinois with sustainable office printing solutions. Potter Rentals in Gilman, Illinois, owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Folkers-Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. By Heartland Bank and Trust. Randy Begole, your State Farm agent in Peoria, Eureka College class of 1994. And by Kirby Foods in Metamora.
It is 7:30 p.m. and we are live in Eureka, Illinois, and you know exactly what that means. That means it is time for Eureka basketball, specifically for our wonderful men down there on the floor. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen here on the call. Rob, as we take a look, the Eureka Red Devils hosting the Greenville Panthers. Greenville coming in 4-4 in conference play. The Red Devils not doing so well. They have sat at the bottom of the standings all season long. Not the season that they were hoping for, but they are coming into this game on that loss against Spalding University, a 52-49 loss. You and I were both in attendance for that game. The Red Devils and the Golden Eagles, they started off very slow offensively. It felt like one of the slowest offensive games I think you and I have ever seen. Eureka hasn't really been able to execute a lot in that sense, specifically offense. And really the free throw line has been their biggest struggle this season. We look so much at a lot of different players like Jackson Provost, but as we say from time and time again, you cannot rely on just one player to do all of your team's work. Is there another player, in your opinion, that is really going to have to step up tonight?
Yeah, I think what we saw from that Spalding game was Ben Carter getting it done. I think he did a really good job that last game, stepping up into a role, and he was a big part of getting things done, you know, getting rebounds, passing out, and all those things. That's something we need to see out of everyone, though. Going forward tonight, it's really going to take all 5 guys out there on the court to get a win tonight, especially a conference game coming off that loss from Spalding. If the whole team can come together, even the bench too, I think tonight we can get ourselves a nice dub.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. Greenville coming into this game, they are also coming in with a win on the other hand, 124-110 against Blackburn University, a very much needed win for the Panthers, as Blackburn, of course, not one of the better teams in conference play. As we know, Greenville, they are more of an intense team, right? They love to move with pace. They're very quick, they're aggressive, they're physical, all of the things you want for a basketball team. Eureka's defense is really going to have to step up. And another thing, sticking to free throws is limiting those free throws. Eureka, they love to play with contact. How else, what is one way, in your opinion, that they can stop playing with too much physicality?
Yeah, that's a really tough question. That's really hard to get down to. Is you always want your players to go out there and be aggressive from the very beginning of the game to the very end. But getting into foul trouble is something you also have to avoid. And the best way to do that is really just basics. You know, just keeping your hands up. And that's really like all you could do, really, is because, I mean, the refs are going to blow the whistle. If they think they see contact, they're going to blow the whistle. It's hard, it really is. But making sure you keep those hands up and you just play aggressively and jump straight up and don't fall down on your guy, that's really as much as you're going to be able to do.
Yep, that's the key to the game. Don't overcomplicate things, but that's all we have for you in the pregame. Stay tuned for upcoming first half coverage right here on ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Begole in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Begole in Peoria today.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods' signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills, so you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
6, Elijah Gove. And a 6-foot senior out of Los Angeles, California, number 10, Newton Acevedo. The Panthers are coached by George Barber and assisted by John Fisher, Alex Dawley, Paul Merrifield, and managed by Trey Metzger. Now, let's meet tonight's starting lineup for your Eureka Red Devils. Introducing first, a 6'4" senior out of Morton, Illinois, number 4, Ben Carter. A senior forward out of Washington, Illinois, number 33, Andrew Coker. A senior forward out of La Harpe, Illinois, number 35, Max Richardson. A junior guard out of Washington, Illinois, number 5, Micah Brewer. And a junior guard out of Kankakee, Illinois, number 12, Jackson Provo. The Red Devils are coached by Chip Wilde in his 19th season and assisted by Jessica Thorman and Cohen Woods and managed by Zoe Wilde.
So both teams ready to go, and it is really good to see them back in action. Rob, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. I feel like tonight, boys come out with a W.
Yeah, it's a good thing that these fans are here to support the Red Devils. It'll be Coker in the center for the Red Devils, and Eureka wins the tip-off. That's always a positive sign. Getting started early is one of the points of emphasis Eureka has had to battle this season. That one immediately stolen by Mobley at the rim, no good. And he takes a hard hit into that baseline of the stands, and that actually just happened in the women's game, and that is not a good look for Eureka, as that is a very dangerous area.
Looks like they're holding that shoulder really hard right now.
Well, we talked about it. Greenville, they're an aggressive team with physical players, and there's that physicality making its way into the ballgame very early on. Elliot Mobley, like you said, Rob, grabbing that right shoulder, trying to rub it out. Head coach Dr. George Barber, who is in his 27th season leading the Panthers, over there to check it out with him, along with one of the trainers, and he will have to be helped up to his feet. So about 11 seconds into this ball game, and a negative sign for the Panthers. And for Greenville, you can imagine they want him to stay in this ball game, but he's gonna step out for at least a play. And it'll be Sheldon Grant the second to come in and take his spot.
Yeah, there's no way we can leave him in after taking a hit like that, especially off the bleachers.
Yeah,
those things are not soft. Not at all.
You know, come to think of it, and I was talking to Drew about this in the previous broadcast, but even the padding on the other wall, I don't even think it's that comfortable. Like, I've tried to feel it, and it's not squishy. It feels like a solid wall.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I don't even know if there's much of a difference from, banging yourself over there on the bleachers or on that wall. Maybe slightly, but it's like that's still concrete behind that padding, and that padding is not forgiving.
Yeah. Said it perfectly. So it'll be Sheldon Grant at the free throw line to step in for Mobley, and he knocks down that first attempt there. Not typically the start we're used to seeing in a ball game here at Eureka. It's unfortunate too because they started on a positive note, got the tip off, and all of a sudden the Panthers with a steal.
Like you said, they're going to come out aggressive. They're an aggressive team, and they just absolutely collapsed on Provost after they got that ball. They didn't give him a chance to even look for a pass or really get a dribble off either.
Yeah, definitely a learning experience for Eureka, and it tells you how closely Provost will be guarded in this game. I'm pretty excited for this one. Greenville and Eureka do have somewhat of a rivalry. Both teams don't really like each other all that much, at least from what I've seen in the past season. So it'll be Grant to inbound here, gets it into the hands of Lofton with the right hand up at the rim, no good. Ball pulled down by Carter, and the Red Devils, for the second time, have possession of the basketball. Coker behind the back, good move, driving to the lane, nice pass to Richardson, pump fake again, and the bucket. So Max Richardson, great ball control, and able to fool his defenders. Here's a triple from Goad, and he knocks it down. Elijah Goad, the junior out of Banning, California, able to make a mark on these Eureka Red Devils. And there's a slam from Richardson. Wow. Raised the roof, Max Richardson. And that's exactly what his team is telling him down there on the bench. And that'll be a foul against Greenville. And what did I say, Rob? This is Division III basketball at its finest.
You know, I do find it really interesting that Greenville is full court pressing, especially only 2 minutes into this game. As you saw right there, they full court pressed and left a wide open dunk down low. I mean, full court press does have an advantages, but right there, we saw one of the biggest disadvantages right there, an easy bucket for Eureka.
Yeah, like I said, these teams don't like each other, and they will both be playing with some extra physicality, some extra motivation as well. We've already seen that come into play after that Richardson slam. Greenville up 5-4. There is a lot of conversation on the floor right now. Not sure what's going on, but it is going to be Eureka basketball. And I believe Coach Barber for Greenville wanted to talk something over with the referee. But either way, it is Eureka basketball. Ben Carter will inbound. Immediately being guarded by Shelvin Grant. Bounce pass over to Coker, back to Carter. Rob, there's that full court press you were talking about. Brewer with a baseball pass. That one's going to be tipped away, and that should be a foul, and it is.
Random shot, it goes in. That can't count.
If the play continued, he wouldn't have made that, I bet. It always happens when they stop the play. They always make those shots.
I wonder why that is.
It's the funniest thing. So now it is Greenville basketball. That was about, what, our third stoppage in the early stages of this one. Here's a three off the mark. Offensive board, no good, and Provost knocks it out of bounds. Again, back in that dangerous area in front of the Eureka fans. So Grant again will inbound here for Eureka. The Red Devils need a win here. Here's an awkward attempt at three, and somehow knocking it down for the Panthers is Taj Como, and that will put Greenville up by 4. Provost in trouble. Brewer wants a piece of the action as well. Micah Brewer knocking down the triple, and he has been heating up in these last few games.
Greenville is just playing like serious defense right now against Eureka. Doubling up, full court pressing, and right now Eureka's doing a very good job of taking advantage of it and getting those open looks that they're leaving out there. Great job by Eureka.
I find it pretty funny too, both teams taking a lot of three-pointers early on. Greenville especially. We mentioned Greenville's a physical team, but that does come at a cost. They only drive to the basket if given the opportunity. They need to see that type of opportunity present itself. Otherwise, they will not do that. Richardson over to Provost, who went up with the pump fake, kicks it out. Carter nearly lost it on the way down there. Provost, open look, shooting from the free throw line off the glass, no good, as the rim unable to help him. And it is Eureka basketball, that one off the hands of Jackson Grugel. So both teams starting to settle in just a little bit. Again, Eureka coming off of that very close loss to Spalding. They could have tied it in that fourth quarter. One of the lowest scoring games we've seen for Eureka all season. Tonight, they're trying to uplift that momentum. That one taken away, good look by Greenville. Lofton gonna have to take his time here, and he's just gonna go up through contact and draw the contact. He'll be sent to the line. Eureka College basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies of Peoria, an Epson distributor serving Central Illinois. City Blue offers Epson Precision Core heat-free printing as an alternative to laser printers. City Blue was founded in 1968 and serves more than 5,000 active customers. Learn about sustainable printing solutions from City Blue Technologies at citybluetechnologies.com. Lofton coming into this ball game, averaging 13.4 points per game. He's a senior, but he's only in his second year of athletics here at Greenville University. Richardson again, and he wanted to bring it down. This time not able to do it. And he's really trying to set the bar high for Eureka.
I mean, looks like Richardson's going to get a lot of looks here right now because, I mean, they have him down there as a full court press there, and every single time he's just wide open. Nobody's on him.
Yeah, that's not something we typically see a lot of it here in Eureka. And if we do see it, it comes mostly in the second half in a close game situation. But here we're still haven't even played a full 3 minutes into this ball game, and it feels like it because there have been a lot of clock stoppages. Richardson knocking down the free throw attempts, tied at 9 for both sides. Here's a right-hand floater off the glass, no good from Mobley, and the putback is successful. Greenville back on top by 2. Full court press once again. That causes some trouble here for Greenville. Richardson with his second dunk of the night. He's going to take those every single time. Here's a 3, no good.
I mean, they're just giving him these buckets for free.
You know, it's making me question the defensive setup here. Provost losing that one on the pass attempt to Coker. And like I was saying, I mean, to put more emphasis on that, Greenville is really, like you said, giving Eureka these chances with the full court press, and I don't understand it because it's worked out twice now. Triple from Williford, no good. Offensive board by Provost. Over to Loff in the paint, and he's going to go up with the right hand. I thought maybe he wanted a piece of the rim as well. Williford at the basket, no good, but he draws the contact. Clock will stop at 16:38. Red Devils up 13-11. Boy, oh boy, this game is already electric. Eureka College basketball is made possible by Metamora Kirby Foods. They are 100% employee-owned with a deli, produce section, and meat department with its own in-house butcher. Metamora Kirby Foods is open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. They are located on West Mount Vernon Street in Metamora. Get more information at kirbyfoods.com.
We're only about 4 minutes into this game, and Richardson already has 8 points. He averages only 4.8. He's doubling it already in this game.
Yeah, that'll look good on his stat sheet for sure.
Gotta be feeling great.
And so here's that defense from Greenville again. Richardson in the same spot. You just got to fire one to Max, and it looks like Greenville catching on to it immediately. Brewer pump fake, creating spacing, stops his feet. Provost. This is a very strong defense from Greenville. Coker with the left hand, no good. A fight for the basketball. He gets it back. That should be a foul, and it is. Well, you know, for the women's game, Drew and I were talking, and we said the energy in this building is different tonight. And, you know, I think we could feel it in this game, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially with the successful turnout we had in the crowd tonight.
This is you know, honestly, this is probably one of the better crowds I think we've seen. So Jacob Gonzalez comes into the game for Eureka. He inbounds it over to Brewer. Coker, top of the key. He will be double teamed. There's that shift. Brewer with the ball. Finds Gonzalez. Stripped away into the hands of Greenville. At the rim with the right hand. No good. A fight for the ball. Good find. Kicked out. Here's a triple from Tolley. No good. Coker, a fight for the ball. And a jump ball will be the call. (13-12) Eureka. And our first timeout will be taken with 15:53 left to go. It's been an aggressive one in the first 4 minutes and counting. We'll be back. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills, so you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Red Devils up 13-12. We haven't even played a full 5 minutes into this ball game. We welcome you back into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. Rob, you mentioned Richardson playing a really big part in this game, but let's take a step back, look at the game as a fan, from a fan perspective, just for the moment. What have you liked about this one so far?
What I like is just how aggressive each team is playing right now. I mean, this game is back and forth. It's really energetic. And this is just an exciting game overall. And as a fan, I mean, you got to love being here right now.
There's another 2 points for Greenville as
launch down to Provost.
Como knocked it down, and Provost on the other end with the bucket. Red Devils quickly regain the lead. That's a word we're probably going to be using a lot tonight, quick, and that is the way both teams are playing. Here's a triple knocked down from Como once again. For reference, there are 2 Como brothers on this team, Taj Como and Taim Como. And knocking down the triple was Taj Como. This one into the hands of Taim Como. In the paint through contact, kicks it out. Good pass into the hands of Grant. Shoots the 3, no good. And immediately that's Eureka basketball. There was an over the back. Panthers up 17-15. And this is interesting. Greenville is coached by Dr. George Barber, as mentioned. He's in his 27th season coaching for Greenville, and he has a very high amount of wealth when it comes to the sport of basketball. And the way he is subbing in players, subbing them in and out, we're already seeing a lot of defensive transitioning, and it's something we haven't seen a lot. And this is a type of formation Eureka's playing against that they haven't really seen all season long.
I wonder what happened there. The ball just got switched to Greenville. Not sure what happened.
Yeah, it might have been a 5-second violation. Maybe there's a bucket over Ben Carter for Joshua Williford. 4-point lead now for the Panthers. Provost over to DeMaje Moore at the rim, and he goes for the right hand. Wanted him to slam it down, but can't have all of them. Here's a corner triple. Caleb Johnson not able to knock it down. Moore with the defensive board. Carter over to Moore. Moore driving to the basket. Good find. Loft, he's going to spin out, and Eureka's going to reset here. Loft, open look. Left side triple. Bang! Jonah Loft, give him 3. Red Devils back on top, 20-19.
Eureka's just getting a bunch of open looks tonight and are capitalizing on it.
Yeah, there's another triple. No good from Greenville. Provost to the basketball. He takes it himself. Now he flips it over to Gonzalez. It's tipped out of bounds, and that'll be... Oh, it sticks with Eureka. So I think one of the Greenville players tipped it. And Rob, to add on to your comment, yeah, the 3 ball here for both sides is very, very much in play. But for Eureka, they're knocking it down a lot more than Greenville happens to be right now. The Red Devils shooting 100% from behind the arc.
Yeah, and they've only shot 2 threes so far, but Greenville's already shot 13 threes in this game. We're just a little over 5 minutes in.
And you know, you'd think for a physical team, they'd want to try to get inside the perimeter a bit more. Here's a find of Moore at the basket.
What a pass.
DeMaje Moore adding on to this Eureka lead. 22-19 the score. Here's an open look. That should have been a travel, I feel as if, but instead it's a 2-point bucket for the senior forward, Tim Lofton. Red Devils on the other end. Provost open look with great ball control. Here's Williford in the paint against Carter and a bucket. And wow, I don't know if we can keep up with these guys. They're going back and forth.
I know, they're on coast to coast, faster than we can talk.
Wow. I mean, we don't even have time right now to talk about any of the inside information. It's just play after play.
I wanted to talk about Provost's pass earlier, that move, but did he have time?
Well, hey, here's your chance. So it is Eureka basketball. 13:30 left to play. Provost again, double teamed in traffic, does find Loft, right corner. Goes up for 3, no good. That'll be the first attempt that Eureka did not knock down from behind the arc, and that will be a foul for Tim Lofton. Finally, some breathing room.
Yeah.
Feels like we can slow things down here a little bit.
But I don't know if I completely agree with that foul call. I thought the hands were up from Carter, and then it looked like all ball down below.
Yeah, that, and then you also have to put into perspective, Lofton's driving to the basket, and he's hovering the basketball, but if anything, I feel like it should be a travel, because Lofton is forcing himself into the direction of these Eureka players. That, if it's not a travel, it should at least be an offensive foul. So he knocks down that first attempt. Tim Lofton, this year, a season high of 24 points. That came just recently against Blackburn. That was Greenville's most recent game. They did again win that 124-110. Gonzalez rushing at the rim with the right hand. Clean basketball all around from these Eureka Red Devils. In the paint, another right hand, this time no good from Williford. Provost now on the other end. Same play, same move, same result for Eureka. They're up by 3. Greenville. Here's a 3 as expected, no good from Acevedo. Greenville gets the offensive board. Tolley with a triple, knocking it down. Tied game at 28. Moore on the other end. I don't think Greenville can keep up with their own defensive type of formation here. They can't even hustle down the floor. They're giving Eureka free points.
At some point, you got to switch it up, right?
You have to. There's a triple from Elijah Goad. That'll put Greenville on top. But hey, you know, I guess if you're knocking down the 3 ball, you don't have to worry about what you're doing on defense.
It's wide open again. I mean, just giving them free buckets here.
I am genuinely confused as to what I'm seeing, because it doesn't even seem like Greenville's phased in the slightest. No good from 3 there. And Carter's going to get fouled.
Expecting that whistle there.
And you know, I'm trying to step back and genuinely understand the mindset of Greenville right now, and it's a little hard to comprehend. We'll talk things over when we get back. For now, both teams take a break. We'll be back as well. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
Okay, there's really nothing better we can do.
We welcome you back into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. You are watching ECTV. And Rob, where do we even begin? It has been one crazy game. Eureka leads it 32-31. But there's a lot of intensity, a lot of fast-paced movement on the floor. What have you seen? What's been standing out to you?
I mean, I think everyone out here knows that Greenville is running a full court press right now, and it's just not working. Eureka's playing it perfectly. They're getting the ball in, and they're keeping one guy back there, and Greenville's just not playing any defense on that one guy. And that's how Eureka's gotten a lot of their points.
Greenville is doing everything they can to try to stay relevant, if you will. Yeah, and this time, Demaje Moore brings it home with the dunk.
Wow, dude, this is, they're just not putting anybody down there.
Greenville back for three, no good. You know, I think for Moore, it was just a matter of regaining that energy. Here's a triple from Loft, no good. Moore offensive board, it's knocked out of bounds, and it'll stick with Eureka. Haven't seen that in a while, the one-hand dunk. We've seen a lot of two hands on the ball, bringing it home from Richardson. And, you know, Moore in his first year with the Red Devils. New player, new moves. Bounce pass, here's Carter. Gonzalez will reset. Red Devils have control here. They can start to pull away. Moore is gonna go up for the triple. He's wide, no good. Greenville with the board. Up the floor, it's Grant. Como should have gotten called for the travel. That's at least what the fans think. Here's the right hand and a finish from Sheldon Grant, the second. That's a 1-point game with Eureka on top. With the way both teams are performing right now, you'd think this is a second quarter game. High pass, that'll be tipped. Gonzalez able to save it. Bounce pass, Loft, Carter, Moore with the paint, no good. And Grant with the rebound. Here's a triple from Como. Way too strong. That's Greenville's game. They love to shoot the three ball, and it seems like that's really all they can do right now.
They're shooting a lot of deep threes as well. Some questionable ones as well, too.
There's another triple. Brandon Tolley gets the Panthers on top by 2. You know, it's working for him. Bounce pass to Gonzalez. And the bucket and the foul, Jacob Gonzalez. High fives all around for the California kid. And Eureka ties it up with an opportunity to once again regain the lead. More substitutions from Greenville. I'm noticing every time they sub players in, it's almost a new 5 every single time.
Yeah, they do have a lot of depth on the roster, which is very helpful, especially if a lot of guys are doing a lot of work, and they are right now. As you can see, the score is tied.
I'm a little surprised myself, too, because Eureka, their roster this season is definitely bigger than last year's roster. And I just don't think the Red Devils have fully taken advantage of that. Here's another triple. Williford, top of the key, no good. Nolan Kerr into the ballgame for the Red Devils with the rebound. He's going to push the pace here. Looks for Richardson, finds him in the paint. Richardson to Gonzalez for the bucket. Jacob Gonzalez puts Eureka back up 38-36. For reference, we're going to step back here from the game. For reference, Eureka in their most recent matchup, which was against Spalding, they only put up 22 points in that first half. Right now they have 38, and there are 9.5 minutes left to go. Here's a right hand, no good from Lofton. Brewer, Richardson, and he's not going to get that. Brewer, a little too much force in that fire. Have to eliminate the turnovers. I get these teams are going to get tired very quickly, but you have to stay under control. So Greenville basketball. Open look at the rim. Oh, and I thought Carter had a block. That's going to be a foul call, and that will send Greenville to the free throw line. Eureka College basketball is made possible by Heartland Bank and Trust, serving 48 communities throughout Illinois and eastern Iowa, including Washington, Metamora, El Paso, Germantown Hills, Carlock, and in Eureka. Their main branch is on Main Street downtown, and their drive-up and ATM is nearby on Center Street. Find Heartland Bank and Trust anywhere at htmbank.com. 9:17 left to go. And Greenville up by a single point here in this ball game. We're just passing that halfway mark. There's a steal from Goad. Here's a corner triple from 10, no good, as Acevedo not able to knock it down, and the offensive board and the putback from Caleb Johnson is good. Full court press, starting to really make a move here. Richardson tried to slam it. You cannot do that if you're not going to knock it down. You're not in the position to do that. You're down by 3, and now it's getting a little more serious for the Red Devils. That'll be a foul against Brewer.
You love to see the dunk. It's exciting. It gets the fans fired up. It gets the team fired up. But in that situation, you just have to know, take your points, get back down there, get on defense.
So that'll cost Eureka an opportunity, and now sending Acevedo to the free throw line. Acevedo in his second year at Greenville. Currently a senior, no good on that attempt. It was a 1-and-1 situation, and he did not knock it down. Eureka basketball. Coker in some trouble, and he rolls it directly into the hands of his opponent. Here's Grant kicking it out. Triple from Tolley, off the mark. Offensive board and the putback from Como. I'm surprised Greenville, they're not getting tired, which is honestly surprising. Brewer tried to pull up for a triple. Instead, it's Kerr with the right hand, getting some help from the rim.
I think the main reason, too, why Greenville's just not getting tired is they've just been cycling guys in and out. You know?
Yeah, that definitely helps.
I haven't seen that a lot from Eureka.
Yeah, and I understand, right? The Red Devils have arguably their best 5 on the floor right now. Maybe not all 5 at once, but you have to eventually let your guys get some rest. And right now you can tell the Red Devils are getting a little tired. Here's Brewer for a triple, and good! Michael Brewer. Red Devils tie it up. I don't know if they counted that. That was a triple, so on the other end, Como no good. And Eureka back in control here as long as they can execute.
Oh, no trouble there.
Oh, Coker in trouble. He took it away from his own teammate. Here's Tolley at the rim, off the glass in the bucket. Red Devils doing everything they can right now to replenish. Provost stopping his feet, finds Coker. Coker at the rim, no good. Too strong with the right hand. Acevedo. Now here's a triple from Tolley, in and out. I will say the three-point shooting from Greenville happens to be very precise. It didn't start out that way, but they are settling in a little bit. And the Red Devils will call a timeout here and try to resettle. Greenville up 45-43, 7 minutes left to go. Stay tuned, you're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Greenville up by 2, and we still have 7 minutes left to go here in this first half. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. Rob, Greenville sticking with their original game plan. The Red Devils, they look to be doing the same exact thing. The only problem is Greenville has the players to sub in and out, and they're not getting tired. The Red Devils, they do look like they're starting to lose some energy. What's your advice for Eureka right now?
One thing I've noticed and what has given Greenville this lead right now is they have gotten a lot of second chance opportunities. They have been getting a lot of offensive boards, and that has really been the reason why they've had this lead right now. Eureka's been playing that full court press very well, and they're scoring with those open looks. If they can box out, find a body, and get these offensive boards and limit these second chance points, this game will be different.
Into the hands of Rhodes. He's going to hand it off. Williford. Bounce pass taken away by Richardson.
Try to go for the no-looker there.
Yeah, you have to be careful if you're Greenville. You're only up by a single bucket. Neither team really has the ability here to be playing around. Provost shockingly not able to knock down the triple. Good offensive board, and Brewer with a simple right-hand floater ties it up at 45. You can definitely tell both teams have slowed down just a hair. There's another no-look pass into the hands of Johnson. Williford against Kerr at the rim. Good job to create space. And immediately back on defense. Here's Kerr, bounce pass to Loft. That's a tricky pass. Tricky pass. It's always a little questionable to pass the ball directly under your own basket.
Oh yeah. Not a whole lot of room under there now.
So Eureka against Greenville overall, 57-34. The most recent matchup between both sides came in February of 2025. Eureka did lose, believe it or not. That was another high-scoring game, 134-117. I actually believe that was in the SLIAC tournament, if I'm not wrong. But as of today, the Red Devils have lost the last 5 against the Panthers. Eureka hasn't beaten Greenville since 2023.
I don't want to be the one that jinxes it, but tonight seems like a very good night to do so.
As long as they can keep it close, we've seen it. I think it really comes down to what point and what situation you put yourself in at the end of the first half, because obviously that is a momentum booster coming into half number 2, and Eureka hasn't had a lot of success with that this season. Lofton, several second chance opportunities there. Provost in trouble. He just needs to get rid of it here. He's going to roll it over to Dylan Logsdon. Brewer, good find to Maxson. Oh, maybe Brewer should have taken the triple there. Instead, it's a turnover. Good save by Greenville.
Yeah, I definitely should have taken the 3 there.
You know, I can't blame him. I think both teams are moving so quick right now. They're out of energy, and Brewer understands that, and he doesn't want to waste an opportunity. There's another ball taken away from Lofton. Greenville, back-to-back steals. Here's a triple, and that's going to be a foul easily. Can't do that. Could have got lucky. That could have been a 4-point play. And it'll be Elijah Goad at the free throw line. Not a good look for the Red Devils. You can't just give free points away, and that should be as expected. Goad shooting just under 40% at the free throw line this season. Knocks down attempt number 1. Again, he's only in his junior season, averaging 11 points per game. And here tonight, he is really leaving a mark on these Red Devils. 3 for 4 from the field, 3 for 4 from behind the arc. It's almost like this guy doesn't miss.
He's having a really good night, and big reason why Greenville's up right now.
Just over 5 minutes left to go in this first half. I always love when these teams play each other. It's almost a guaranteed.
Oh, not a great pass.
It's almost a guaranteed situation of one of the two teams will hit 100 points. One of them will reach triple digits. And right now it looks like Greenville will be the first to get there. Turnover by Eureka, and that will account for another 2 points for Tim Lofton and the Panthers. Gonzalez pushing the pace, open look, right hand at the rim, and good. Gonzalez through a defender into the hands of Williford. At the rim, same move. Good job, able to switch hands in the middle of that bucket. Dylan Logsdon in traffic, finds Gonzalez. Gonna have to get the ball across half court here. Logson kicks it over to Richardson, back to Dylan Logson. Bounce pass to Brewer. In trouble, creates some space, and good job with the follow-through. 5-point lead here for the Panthers. Again, Williford. Here's a triple attempt from Goad. His second missed three-pointer of the night. Again, Eureka just having a hard time passing the ball in their own side of the floor. Bounce pass to Logson. Logson, deep pass to Richardson, able to keep it in bounds. Brewer, triple, and good. Micah Brewer. Give him the bucket. Perfect from behind the arc tonight. That pass was deflected, ends up in the hands of Acevedo.
Nice.
Dylan Logson with the block. Red Devils pushing the pace. Brewer in the paint, and that pass going to be taken away by Acevedo. Red Devils had the chance to tie it up. 3:40 left to play. Here's a triple from Williford, no good. Eureka pulls it down. You know, Rob, I'm a little curious. What do you think practices are like for Greenville?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a lot of working on that full court press. I mean, they just love running that. And obviously, they like to shoot a lot of threes in practice too. And, I mean, it's hard telling. I mean, I hope they work on a lot more, but really tonight, that's all we've seen.
I would not be surprised if Coach Dr. George Barber makes them literally do sprints up and down the floor, because that's all I've seen tonight.
Yeah, these guys are very well conditioned. That is for sure.
I mean, I'm getting tired just standing here watching them. I feel like I'm out of breath just from watching them play.
Yeah, that is one reason why I do not play basketball anymore.
Had to say, you know, I like baseball. I like just, you know, going up to bat every once in a while. But Greenville up by 2. Eureka takes a timeout. We'll be back as well. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
58-56. That is the score of tonight's game, and no, we're not even done with the first half yet. Welcome into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. We already talked about Eureka surpassing the amount of points they scored in the first half in their most recent game compared to tonight against the Panthers. And the Red Devils will begin at the free throw line. Jacob Gonzalez. 3 minutes left to go. And it has been a very wild matchup, to say the least. Again, we know both teams typically score a lot of points against each other. They don't necessarily like each other, and I think they understand that. Gonzalez not able to connect, so it'll be Greenville basketball. Grant taking it up the floor into the hands of Gergel. No good on the triple. And that should be a foul against Greenville, and it is.
Greenville just shooting a bunch of deep threes tonight. And I mean, they've made 6, but out of 29 shots. That's not really that great.
54 field goal attempts, and we're not even done with the first half. I mean, these stats, this is Division III basketball. I mean, truly, you don't see this at the Division I level.
Absolutely not. But it is fun to watch, though.
This is a game that I'm gonna be telling my kids the history of Greenville versus Eureka.
The most intense rivalry in this life.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, "What's Eureka?" So a point there for Eureka, down by just 1. It's Grant with the basketball, top of the key, finds Tolley. In the paint, here's Como at the basket, no good. Brewer able to fight and save the Rebound, Moore losing it, and I don't think he was ready. Here's a triple. Taj Como, no good. Coker obtains the basketball, and he's in trouble. Carter with possession. Eureka just needs to get it across half court. Finds Gonzalez. Oh, don't tell me. They're going to call that. That's unfortunate for the Red Devils. So they're not able to get possession of the basketball. The ball was over half court, but it was not in the hands of Gonzalez, so technically that does not count. Again, this depth from Greenville really helping them out. Como in the paint. That should not be a foul, and it's. I think Como tried to play it off as if he got fouled, which he clearly didn't. And at that point, like you said, Rob, a free turnover for Eureka. Just over 2 minutes to go. Gonzalez with the basketball. He's going to look for some space up ahead, pushing the pace. No look pass to Moore at the basket, and good. Red Devils back on top, 59-58. You know, with the way the Red Devils are performing, you would think they're one of the top teams in the SLIAC.
Yeah, they're playing a great game tonight.
Como through two defenders, no good. Brewer pulling down the basketball. Carter, overhead pass to Gonzalez. Stutter step, stops his feet, kicks it out. Brewer for three, short. Offensive board for the junior. And it's Moore with the bucket and the foul. Let it out, Demaje Moore.
What a great possession.
I feel like we could say that every single time.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that one, something special. I mean, Brewer shoots a three, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, then rebounded by Moore, gets it up and one. What a great sequence.
These are the plays you want to see Eureka have in their back pocket, as many chances as possible. This is key for the Red Devils. Again, I talked about that momentum going into the half. Moore no good on that extra opportunity. Williford up the floor. Pump fake of a pass. Now he gets it into the hands of Goad. It's Mobley, and with the bucket for Greenville, Tim Lofton once again back in play. He's up at 16 points. And that pass taken away by Mobley. Some sloppy basketball from Eureka. They're getting a little too comfortable. Bounce pass to Acevedo. In the paint, right hand, and the bucket for Williford. Greenville back on top. Coker in trouble, just get rid of it. And that is going to be a timeout for the Red Devils. Coker wasn't really able to do much there. Panthers up 62-61. 42 seconds left to go. Eureka, when we resume play, the Red Devils will have the basketball. I mean, you know, again, Rob, I was going to try and make this. I always try and make these timeouts into some type of learning experience for our viewer. And I was going to go with the question, who gets the basketball here? But it's hard to say because everybody has really made some type of adjustment and has really contributed in some way.
Yeah, everyone's done a great job of scoring. I mean, we look at our stats. I mean, Moore's got 15, Brewer's got 13, Gonzalez got 8, Richardson's got 8, Lofts got 7, Provost has got 6. I mean, yeah, a few guys got double-digit points, but all around, everyone's scoring the ball. So really, you give it to whoever, you can't go wrong right now.
Yeah, and that is pretty interesting with Demaje Moore. With 15 points, he leads the team right now with point total. And he has obtained a season high on the year. Previously, it was at 12 points tonight. As you said, 15. And yeah, that will 100% be Eureka basketball. Clock will stop at 32.2 seconds. Red Devils will have a chance for some free throws here. Jonah Loft at the line. It's interesting, you know, when you talk about a guy like Demaje Moore, and you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, he comes in averaging 4.2 a game and 15 points already. Those numbers aren't common.
Yeah. Some guy, sometimes you wake up and you just feel it, man.
Yeah.
And tonight, he is absolutely feeling it.
Like I said, these two teams love to go head-to-head, and that instills a sense of motivation, maybe some extra motivation. Greenville immediately pushing the pace. Here's a three from Tolley, no good. Loft pulling down the basketball. It's stripped, and that will be an over-the-back foul.
Yeah, I was definitely expecting that whistle there.
Didn't think they were going to give it to him for a second. So again, it'll be Jonah Loft at the free throw line. Now, Rob, you know what the scary part is when we have to travel to Greenville and watch Eureka perform in front of their fans.
Oh,
that's the part that we as broadcasters start to dread.
Oh, yeah.
Loft will go 2 for 2. Red Devils tie it up. No shot clock, as Greenville could potentially hold on to it, but we'll see what they go with here. Bounce pass top of the key into the hands of Tolley. Here's a triple from Williford. No good. Loose ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll stick with Greenville. 8.6 left to go.
Crowd there screaming for a travel.
Inbounding is Mobley. And it looks like Coach Wilde will call a timeout here again. We're going to keep things here. Red Devils and the Panthers tied up at 64. It still happens to be Greenville basketball. Need a defensive stop here. And if it really comes down to it, if you can't get that defensive stop, you just cannot give up a triple.
No, you can't. Yeah, I was really excited coming into this game. I felt a lot of energy in the air. This is going to be a good game, but I did not expect this.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I was pumped up. I was ready for it. I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, it feels like, for next year, at least we know. We know that Greenville is definitely a team to look out for, a team to highlight on the schedule. So both teams back on the floor. 8.6 seconds left to go. Greenville and Eureka knotted up at 64. It'll be Mobley to inbound. Red Devils applying that defensive pressure. Bounce pass. Here's a triple from Lofton, deep two from Lofton, no good. Red Devils could get out another shot, and I was afraid of that. Just hold on to it. Let the clock run out. Don't even worry about getting the shot out. Just go into the half. Take what you can get. Don't even force anything here.
With 0.3 seconds on the clock, I highly doubt Greenville's able to get a shot at the time.
Mobley to inbound. Deep pass. And that should not count. And even if it does, shot's no good anyway. So, I think the game started roughly 45 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And the first half finally comes to a close. Both teams tied up at 64. A lot of offense. Rob, what have you liked? What have you disliked?
I mean, I'm going to go out and say it. There's nothing about this game I've not liked. This game is just full of energy, full of aggression, a fun game to watch for sure, whether you're here or at home watching. This game's great. I've just loved how both teams have just been attacking offensively and defensively. I mean, you look at the scoreboard, a lot of offense. And what can you not love about this game?
That's exactly right. We'll see when we return if both teams can keep up this level of play. But for now, we're going to send it into a break. Stay tuned for upcoming second half coverage right here on ECTV, live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
It's late, you're up, and so are we. Welcome to episode number 3 of Midnight with Matty Ice. And this time I have my fellow broadcast partner, Kareem Burnett. Kareem, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Matt. It is a bit warm in this studio. We're talking about it, but I'm actually doing good today. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I think as you know, we had some trouble last
episode
with my microphone specifically, but I think we have that fixed up now, and I'm very excited to have you on the show. Are you excited to be on the show?
I'm super excited, Matt. I'm proud of you for doing this. I'm already a fan, and I had to be on here, and I'm glad to be the third guest.
Yeah, like I said, this was something I just kind of started for fun, and a lot of people ended up texting me, and now it's something that, who knows, maybe I can submit to the IBS and get some awards for, according to Dr. Malone. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So you originally attended Lincoln College. Unfortunately, they did close down, but now you're here at Eureka, which is great. So what kind of moved you to get into sports broadcasting?
We kind of talked about this before, but when I was a kid, about 6th grade, when I was maybe 11 or 12 years old, I never forget this story. Me and my granddad were watching the Bulls, and it was a Jimmy Butler interview. This is like right when he started to blow up as a player. And they interviewed him, and then my granddad kind of did like a mock interview with me, like if I was an NBA player or whatever. And then while doing it and answering the questions, he's like, yeah, I did good. And I'm like, dang, I kind of like this. And then that was around the time I really started to fall in love with basketball. It all just fell into place. And then when I got to Lincoln, I was presented the opportunity where I was told that at some point I could possibly have the opportunity to, call a game. And I'm like, it's kind of like a childhood dream at this point. And it all happened, and now we're here.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you are a sports broadcaster here at Eureka. You've had the chance to do some of those amazing things, but like I said, you're a very successful broadcaster.
A little bit.
And you have a whole resume almost of awards, specifically Best Radio and TV Live Game Sports Broadcast. That was a part of the IBA, which you and I were both at. Like I said, it was the first time that I ever went to one of those awards shows. And yeah, you also took top honors in the best category of Best Video Play-by-Play for sports broadcast for Eureka College men's basketball. As you know, with Spencer Davis, one of your fellow friends and also a big broadcaster himself. But yeah, I mean, just hearing your name called at the award show, what's going through your head, especially after all the preparation that goes into a game?
Yeah, I was super excited, just us being voted in, like being a finalist. I know it's kind of cliche to say, and, Dr. Malone was telling us as we was there, like, even if you don't win, it's an honor just to be represented or, voted in as a finalist, which it truly is. It's students from all over the state, all over the country, participating, trying to get in, and just to be called as top 3, top 5, or whatever is an honor. But I'll be lying if I didn't say in the back of my head I wanted to win, especially, at that point Spencer had graduated, and that was his last chance to, kind of get one of those awards. I'm pretty sure he already had one at that point the year before. I think he won. But, kind of wanted to send my boy off good, and I wanted to win myself. So when we got called up, I was just like, dang, I knew we had a good chance of winning even before, we were promoted as a finalist or advertised as a finalist. After that Greenville game, me and Spencer was like, this kind of one of our best games. I feel like we did our thing or whatever. So it was a full circle moment, and I was super excited. I kept my composure, but it was a happy moment. I was super proud of that.
Yeah, and I'm sure the adrenaline was rushing. Like you said, there's a lot of competitive schools that end up getting, nominated at these award shows, and overall it's just a really fantastic achievement. So good on your part for being able to accomplish that. But yeah, there was actually a youth program that you attended, and I know you and I talked about this a little bit before the interview here. But at this youth program, you were awarded a certificate of recognition because of your ability to overcome circumstances and achieve success. Kind of tell me how you got put in that place to begin with, and then how important of an award is that to you?
It's crazy that we talk about this because the person who runs the program is my mentor. He was my history teacher in high school, Johnny Dorsey. He still works at my high school, Urban Prep Bronzeville. He works at that campus. Shout out Johnny Dorsey, father figure, mentor, teacher, whatever. He's been in my life since I was about 15. I got nothing but love and respect. And he actually called me this morning. He he got some things going on with the program. He's going to throw a banquet, and he want me to speak at the banquet. It's going to be November 8th. So I'm super excited about that, and that kind of all like go in together. But yeah, I got the award because me and some more of my friends, my other friend got the award too, my close friend Anthony Lofton, shout out Ant. But basically, we were part of the startup version of the program before it was officially the program. And, you know, Mr. Dorsey kind of wanted to award us for that. And specifically, he chose me because in 2021, a lot of people know my younger brother, he passed away. And my mentor, Mr. Dorsey, he was kind of there for me throughout the process or whatever. And basically, the award was his way of, you know, showing that he appreciated me. He was proud of me for the adversity I went through, you know, still pushing through, going to college, pursuing a degree, despite, you know, everything that was going on in my personal life. So that was really the gist of the award. It's like something I hold very near and dear to me just because of the person it came from and the circumstances of the award. So I'm super proud of that. That's one of the things I hold highly.
Yeah, well, you should be proud of yourself. I'm definitely proud of you, especially, you know, being able to work with you for a year, almost a year and a half, and just seeing everything that you're able to accomplish.
Appreciate it, Matt.
But yeah, you mentioned, actually, you just mentioned you're going to get a chance to speak. Again, I mean, you are a communications major, so it kind of plays a big part into what you do here at Eureka. But a couple years back, you actually had the opportunity to speak at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. program here at the college. So how did you kind of receive this opportunity? And again, what does speaking at that event mean to you?
Oh, that was amazing. I'll never forget that conversation. It was the old dean here, Dean Norris Chase. I still keep in contact with Dean Chase. That's my guy. Shout out to Dean Chase. But yeah, he contacted me and two of my other buddies that had graduated at this point, Joshua Howard and Kenneth Miles, and he was like, you know, excuse me, this was during winter break. He's like, we got this Martin Luther King coming up, you know, in the second semester. I would be honored if you guys would want to speak. And we just was all on board. Immediately, obviously, it's Dr. Martin Luther King, not just one of the greatest black people and black minds, but one of the greatest people to ever bless this planet, ever bless Earth. So I was honored to speak at it. And this is something that I had been internally battling with, like public speaking. I had got used to speaking on and being in front of a camera, but speaking in front of a crowd of people, you know, that was still something that I was trying to, you know, overcome. So I took that on as a challenge, and it was super fun. I was super proud of it, you know, whenever you're able to represent a person like Martin Luther King is just awesome. And I was able to tie my own life into that, you know, some own personal things of mine into how Martin Luther King has affected me. And then being able to do it with my two buddies who I came here to Eureka with, it was just an awesome day. And yeah, that really helped me going further as a public speaker and as a broadcaster in general, being able to relate what I'm talking about to my personal life. That's something that I learned to do while doing that speech. So it was a great all-around moment.
Yeah, and that was actually going to be my follow-up question. But like you and I were talking earlier too, and one thing you mentioned was that, you know, it is a little bit different doing play-by-play versus speaking, you know, actually having to face an audience and speak almost face-to-face. So it is definitely a hard thing to do, but you're able to do it, which is always a good thing. You mentioned a little bit earlier, you being a basketball fan, you've had some basketball experience playing-wise. First of all, what is your favorite basketball team?
My favorite basketball team, obviously, the Chicago Bulls. It's been the Chicago Bulls since I've started watching basketball. I'm from the west side of Chicago, so it was born and bred into me. You know, it would almost be a sin if I wasn't a Bulls fan. Now, obviously, that's not the only team or player I follow. I would consider myself a part-time Celtics fan since Jason Tatum is kind of like my favorite new age player. Russell Westbrook is my favorite player, but my boy kind of on his way out. We're going to try to get a job before the season over with it. I love you, Russ. But, yeah, so I would say kind of a part-time Celtics fan, but diehard Bulls fan to the end.
That's a great answer. And then to follow up with that, you obviously have some playing experience, as you mentioned. How early did you start actually playing basketball? Okay,
so me and my brothers and my friends from my neighborhood, we started off playing football first. We actually were signed on to play for an actual community football team, but we never ended up playing. But we would always play around the neighborhood. And at about 5th or 6th grade, we started to make that transition where everyone was playing basketball. I remember that's around the time my big brother got on the basketball team. When I was in 5th grade, he was in 6th grade. And I remember going to his games, not really being that interested at first, but It's like once everybody started playing basketball, I was like, I kind of felt left behind. And I was like, I got to catch up. And the way I was able to catch up was not necessarily skill-wise, but I'm like, I'm just going to learn everything I can about basketball. That way, if we ever talking about basketball or whatever, I know what I'm talking about. And we talked about this before, but it's cliche or to some it may sound dumb, but NBA 2K was my best friend during that time. They had all the players, new and old. They had all their achievements, their accolades, their stats. And I would just be on that thing for hours, just scrolling players and NBA teams, their history, learning who had the award for what. And I also, it was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a line of children's book around that time that specified certain players. I remember I read one on Tom Brady, and I read one on Wilt Chamberlain. And this was when I first learned what the acronym GOAT mean, greatest of all time. And it was just talking about Wilt Chamberlain, his achievements. So yeah, man, that's really how I fell in love with basketball, trying to play catch up. And then I kind of just shot over everybody in terms of knowledge. Now, skill set actually playing, I was not the best. I was not the greatest. I played my role. I did play in high school, my sophomore and my senior year. My freshman year, I didn't make the team, unfortunately. Sophomore year, I came off the bench. Junior year, I didn't play. But by senior year, I was a starter. So that's something I can always be proud of for myself, that I did actually was a starter on the varsity basketball team. Like I said, I wasn't the greatest. I wasn't the best. I'm not going to, act like I was, but I was a starter. That's something nobody can take away from me. So, yeah.
That's exactly right. And I'm sure you're definitely better than I was, because I don't know if I told you, but I used to play basketball. And the highest level I got was middle school. But when I played, I didn't really know the actual rules of basketball. I had almost 10 travels in a single game, and that obviously wasn't going to help me out as a basketball player, but my team did end up going 10-0.
Yeah, you told me this. So you can always look back and say you're undefeated in basketball.
Exactly.
You never lost.
Exactly.
But
and nobody has to know how bad I played.
That kind of
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills, so you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
The airwaves just got a refresh, and you need to spin your dial to 103.1 to find out. EC 103.1 is your latest and freshest option at your disposal, with the latest alternative rock hits, new personalities, and live sporting events at Eureka College. With an award-winning pedigree, EC 103.1 will quickly be the only thing you want to hear on your radio. Now on the FM airwaves and streaming globally on iHeartRadio. EC 103.1, your rock alternative.
After a very long first half, we are back and ready for half number 2 between the Eureka Red Devils and the Greenville Panthers. Rob, it was a crazy first half. A lot of offense and not really a lot of defense, just offense, straight offense. Both teams 64 points. We begin in about 10 seconds. Greenville, they're already back on the field, and that has been how they've been performing all night long.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said before, going into the half, there's nothing that I haven't liked about this game, but during half there was one thing I thought I did not like during this game, was that they put mustard on my burger at 8 in the middle.
Can't have mustard.
Absolutely not.
Here, what about pickles? Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure, because a lot of people don't like them.
I'll eat anything, just don't put mustard on my burger.
It's Greenville to start it off, and immediately we are met with even more offense. Elliot Mobley with the bucket, and there's a very quick foul on the floor.
Foul might have actually helped them, because as we saw in the entirety of the first 5 minutes of the first half, Richardson was wide open. Down there, down low.
So 1943, Red Devils basketball. Micah Brewer, there's that full court press, still in play for Greenville. Carter with possession of the ball, looking for Provost. Bounce pass taken away by Acevedo, and with the slam, not necessarily, but the putback, it's Joshua Williford. 4-point lead immediately for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Richardson on the other end, and he goes for the layup. That's good because 2 dunks in this game, but on that 3rd dunk attempt, he was not able to convert.
Definitely learned his lesson.
It's always a good sign. Acevedo, no good for 3. Provost with the rebound. And Eureka pushing the pace. Micah Brewer, great ball control at the rim.
Nice finish.
Smooth and easy for Micah Brewer. That is the opposite of how this game has been going.
Oh.
Wow. Quick hands from Jackson Provost. So again, we're at the point in the season where for both sides present today, they will be playing in conference games the remainder of the year. So we are officially at that point. And again, this is a very big moment for both sides because for Eureka, they've been struggling in conference play. It's similar to last season, but for Greenville, they're 4-4. They sit right at that 500 mark, and they still have a pretty good opportunity to really make something of themselves in the SLIAC. Webster obtaining that #1 spot in conference play. They haven't lost a game in the SLIAC this season. Here's Brewer for 3. Micah Brewer says hello to the fans after knocking down that triple. Here's a 3 from Greenville, no good. Como with the offensive board and the left hand off the mark, and attempt number 3 is good. Rob, I saw you throw your hands in the air. We're all thinking the same thing. Eureka needs to really limit those chances for Greenville.
Yeah, you got so many white jerseys down there down low. It's just how you're like, wow.
Coker! Andrew Coker with the bucket and the foul. Again, the fans were mimicking one of the Greenville players who threw his hands in the air. And you gotta love these Eureka fans.
Well, like I was saying before that great play was that, you know, you have so much white down low in that paint. You got all those white jerseys down there, and just you're letting one guy put a shot up, get his own rebound, put a shot up, get his own rebound. You gotta box him out. You gotta get him out of there.
Perfectly said. Greenville basketball. It's Jackson Grugel. Now Como finds his brother. That one tipped and nearly taken out of bounds. Bounce pass into the hands of Taim Como.
That's a wide open 3 there.
Grant not able to do much with it. Grugan goes up for 3 off the back of the rim. Loose ball. Ben Carter with the takeaway. And second time that's happened tonight. Have to control the passing. I understand you want to push the pace, but you're up by 4. There's no need. 17 minutes, almost 18 minutes left to go. There's no need to rush a play. You have control. I mean, I guess I understand the argument of full court press by Greenville, but as difficult as it has been for Eureka to get out of that, they've been able to do it. Might not be the prettiest, but it's possible. Triple, no good.
Yeah, and right there, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure on him anyways. He had enough room to dribble up the court and, you know, slow things down if need be.
Brewer to Carter. Carter spins out and resets. Provost, right wing 3, good! Jackson Provost getting in on the action from 3, his first of the night.
I mean, Eureka's just been phenomenal from the 3-point line tonight. They are 50% right now.
No good from Greenville on the first 2 attempts. No good. And the Red Devils come up with a big play. Brewer on the other end. Way to control it, Micah Brewer.
Provost throwing a dime, except for on the gridiron.
You know, if that was me down there, I would have totally overshot that. Too much momentum going into getting to the basket, but Brewer, such a great player when it comes to controlling it. Provost other end, he's going to be blocked, no foul call. That's a great defensive play by Greenville, and now they'll look to bring some success on offense. Slowing things down, here's a shot, and that one knocked down, a 2-pointer by Joshua Williford, immediately transitioning.
They called it a 3, but that foot was definitely on the line. I was even looking at it.
I even, the referee to our right put up 2 fingers. So I was going to say, I think Richardson, his 3rd dunk of the night. You know, I always wonder, I wouldn't know because I'm not tall enough, but does that hurt?
Oh, yeah.
Because that thing does not look soft. Like,
Yeah, I've never dunked on 10 foot. I've lowered it and dunked on it myself. It doesn't feel the greatest.
Wow, Greenville absolutely checking out on defense. Richardson in the paint. Good find to Coker at the rim, kicks it out. Red Devils need to control it. Provost for three! Jackson Provost! What is going on in Eureka?
They are full throttle right now. No stop in sight. They're taking all that momentum and driving it down the lane. Great.
Red Devils back in offense. Provost again, this time off the mark. The fans would have gone crazy. I would have gone crazy. I was ready.
I was too. A little bit of a heat check there from Provost, but definitely a shot he's able to knock down.
Red Devils really settling in the second half. That's a great move. Elliott Mobley with some space in the bucket. Coker in trouble. Deep pass, Brewer, good footwork. Here's Provost. He's probably going to hand it off to Max, and he does just that at the rim.
Nice pass.
And the bucket. Greenville is checking out very slowly. Here's a three. Goad knocking it down. He's a key master from behind the arc.
I mean, each team right now just exchanging blows back and forth right now.
Provost thought about it, instead kicks it out. Pump fake, Brewer finds Richardson. Richardson with the mid-range, no good. And the rebound taken away by Mobley. Here's another attempt for three. Goad again. You have to watch out for Elijah Goad.
Goad are now having a great time from behind the arc right now. He is 4 for 6.
No good from Provost. Offensive board, and Richardson is there. That's what you call security. Max Richardson able to secure that one in. Red Devils up by 8. They had, I believe, a 10, maybe 12-point lead, if I can recall, but Elijah Goad has been really connecting these last possessions. Here's another attempt for three from Greenville off the mark. This time it's Coker with the rebound. Yeah,
that was foul.
Yeah, and immediately Williford, some complaint. You know, that's Greenville's game, and it hasn't really switched up. I honestly thought they'd switch things up, but it looks like the Panthers will take a timeout here. 13:30, 1 left to go. The Red Devils up by 8 points, and we will step aside as well. Stay tuned. You are watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Discover your perfect getaway in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Your home away from home at Prescott Canyon Estates, a 55-plus community with beautiful panoramic views of Bradshaw, Thumb Butte, and Granite Mountains. Potter Rentals has properties available for monthly rental, all-inclusive and fully furnished, with all clubhouse amenities. Get more information today and make Prescott your home away from home at potterrentals.com.
Red Devils up 88-81, and I think it's safe to say, I'm not even going to say it because I don't want to jinx it, but the Red Devils definitely are beginning to settle in. I'll put it that way. Greenville, they're getting a little tired, and they're having to rely a lot on the junior guard, Elijah Goad, who has only missed 2 shot attempts from 3 up to this point. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. Rob, it's been a pretty interesting second half. Definitely not as many clock stoppages. Give us your 2 cents on this second half.
Yeah, this second half right now, I mean, Greenville's getting a lot of fouls right now and continuing to push and be aggressive. And, you know, the players have been throwing their hands up and wondering why there's been so many foul calls. But, I mean, I'm confused because you're playing this aggressive. You're definitely going to get a lot of fouls called. And, you know, just throwing the hands up. Why?
There's that intensity from Greenville. That'll be an easy foul call. Nolan Kerr getting his hand in there. Coach Wilde, I don't think too happy about that one. Yeah, right now, like I said, Greenville, their players are getting very tired, and understandably so, but because of that, they are relying a lot on Elijah Goad, who continues to knock down the ball from 3, and that has allowed Greenville to stay within a reachable distance. Eureka College basketball is made possible by Randy Begole, a State Farm agent in Peoria. Randy graduated from Eureka College in 1994. He played basketball and tennis and was also a member of the Teak fraternity. Randy has been serving State Farm customers since 2001. His office is located at the corner of Knoxville and Forest Hill in Peoria. You can also reach him at 309-322-8150 or at randybegole.com. That's Randy, BEGOLE.com. Moore able to contribute with another 2 points. Just under 13 to go. This one kicked out into the hands of Grant. He gets inside the paint, up with the right hand, and the finish. It's been a lot of that from Greenville in this game. A lot of smooth, strong finishes. And there's that lack of defense again. Just don't even put guys on the, just keep your guys on that side of the floor. That's what it is.
It's crazy to me.
That's all they're doing.
And they just don't seem to care. Like, there's been no switch up even at half. I mean, they know that, like, I can't even tell you how many points it came from just that alone.
Provost!
Nice.
And one. Como tried to match the energy, or I should say the tempo of Jackson Provost. Wasn't able to do so. Provost is not really a guy who, he definitely drives to the basket, but we don't see him too often purposely try to draw contact, and I think he tried to time it up in a way that allowed him to have this opportunity.
Yeah, it's definitely not his go-to thing to go down there and draw contact down low, but when he does, I mean, he almost gets about every time.
I truly think if Greenville wasn't able to produce nearly 100 points, they wouldn't be a successful team. And I'm not even trying to say that in a rude way. I'm just being honest. They're strictly all offense. There's no defending from them. We haven't seen them defend a lot. Here's Kerr at the basket.
Yeah, they are definitely a score first. Oh, stole by Provost.
Pump fake at the rim, no good. Brewer tried to slap the ball out of the hands of Grant, could not do so. Instead, a triple attempt from Grugel off the mark. And that'll be a foul against Demaje Moore, I believe.
I'm a little confused by that foul call. Seemed like Moore just had his hands up and Greenville player just got wrapped around inside of him. Didn't really do anything to force a foul. But nonetheless, let's put the whistle. That's
yeah, again, Coach Wilde not too pleased. He will discuss this one over with the referee. And another break will be taken between both sides. We'll step away for just a moment as well. Eureka 96, Greenville 88. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Randy Bagoli in Peoria today.
Eureka up 96-88, and we are just underway with under 12 minutes left to go here in half number 2. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. And as always, you're watching ECTV. As we begin, it'll be Eureka basketball, or excuse me, Greenville basketball. A lot of switches. It's hard to keep up with the way the offense has been performing for both sides. So Greenville, as expected, immediately firing from behind the arc. Same thing, Goad tried to go up. Instead, here's the right hand from the hands of Elliott Mobley. 6-point game, Eureka on top. Jacob Gonzalez able to dance around a few defenders. Nolan Kerr will spin out into the hands of Brewer. Red Devils doing a great job at resetting. Head coach for Greenville trying to get them to step up that defense. It's Moore in the paint over a defender. Demaje Moore using all 6'3" to obtain that bucket. Greenville getting back to work. Williford behind the back. Micah Brewer guarding him into the hands of Mobley. Good sidearm pass in a way. That one rattles in and out. Gonzalez had it, it ends up with Ben Carter, who is immediately double teamed. Carter in trouble. Deep pass, Moore. Good tip. Red Devils have numbers. Moore bringing it home. Demaje Moore with the right hand and the finish, his second slam of the game. That puts Eureka at 100 even. Most that they've scored this season. Here's a deep two, and that one falls through from Tim Lofton. He's up to 18 points in this ball game. Carter again, back to work. Brewer immediately will be fouled after running into Lofton. 100-92 is the score. Wow. I mean, that's all I can really say. It's wow.
I knew this would be a good game, but I said this already today. Did not expect this at all.
So, again, Eureka basketball. Jackson Provost will inbound. I really, the way it was happening in that first half, I wasn't sure if Eureka was going to be able to really pull this one in, because towards the end of that first half, they were making a lot of mistakes, and Greenville was taking complete advantage. Gonzalez, and that will be a backcourt violation. Great defense by Greenville.
Yeah, Eureka did make a lot of mistakes in that first half, especially towards the tail end, but Greenville hasn't switched anything up since the first half on their game plan. They've been straight offense, and they've kept that full court press defense. And, I mean, if I could switch it up a half, and Eureka wasn't even down by that much, it's easy to come out of half and have a better game plan going into the next half, especially if the other team's not going to make any changes.
Here's Carter, thought about three. Instead, it gets in the paint. Gonzalez up with the right hand. And a nice bucket for Jacob Gonzalez. 102 points for Eureka. That triple, no good. Offensive board taken away by Como. Here's a deep guarded three from Tolley off the mark. Offensive board by Grant. Greenville getting a lot of second chance opportunities.
Lucky too, these are not the greatest shots.
Yeah, and it's one thing to get the offensive board, but you have to be able to execute. In Greenville, they're just not doing that right now. I'm really curious as to what kind of practice goes on at Greenville. I know I asked that before, but I'm really hung up on that.
I'm very curious too. I agree with you. A lot of conditioning must go into their practices. Ladders, tons of them.
And then a follow-up question that neither of us probably know, but if this isn't how they perform, is this just something they do specifically against Eureka, or is this how they play every single game? Those are just questions that are popping up in my head.
I feel like they have to do this every single game.
I agree, because it's hard to change up your entire game plan against an individual team. Obviously, you adjust in different ways, but to shift your whole game plan, that's something completely different. .8:26 left to go. Eureka will inbound here. Jacob Gonzalez is going to have to get rid of it. Finds Provost in the corner. Immediately double team. Gonzalez at the rim, off the glass. No good. Moore on the way up was fouled. And he will be sent to the line for two. Eureka College basketball is made possible by Potter Rentals of Gilman, Illinois. Owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Folkers Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. Potter Rentals offers both residential and commercial property rentals, including vacation rentals in beautiful Prescott, Arizona. You can get more information on their website at potterrentals.com. So Moore knocking down that first attempt, trying to go 2 for 2, and he will do just that. 104-94, Red Devils. Again, Eureka hasn't beaten Greenville since 2023, trying to change that stance here tonight. No good on that shot attempt. Coker with the rebound. Nearly stripped away, finding Loff on the other end. Back to Coker. Red Devil's going to have to get this one across half court. There's a deep pass. Provost, open, three, no good. Rebounded by Acevedo. You know, I was honestly expecting Go to knock it down. I wasn't even going to say anything. Yeah. I was just going to let the crowd speak for itself. Coker off the glass and good.
Yeah, and I know Elijah Goat is itching to score right now. His season high is 22, and he has 20 right now, and I know that's in the bag.
Oh yeah, definitely. And he, 7.5 left to go. He's definitely going to pass that up. That would have been funny if he knocked that down. That'll be a jump ball signaled by the referee. Yeah, there's been a lot of players in this game who have surpassed their season high. DeMaje Moore, 25 points in this game. And we'll talk a little bit more about season highs when we return. But for now, we're going to step aside. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Are you ready to grow, to build, to thrive? Take the next steps with confidence at Heartland Bank and Trust Company. We go beyond just offering banking. We work with you to understand your needs. Whether you're saving, borrowing, protecting, or growing, we offer financial solutions for both personal and business needs. At Heartland Bank, we believe every life has a story, and yours includes building a secure future. Let's write that story together. Visit Heartland Bank today at hbtbank.com. Member FDIC.
Eureka up 106-94. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. We mentioned when we returned we would talk about season highs, and we're going to do just that. So 3 different Red Devils right now. DeMaje Moore. There might be more. I haven't gotten to check the entire roster, but 3 that we definitely are certain of. DeMaje Moore, Micah Brewer, Max Richardson, all able to obtain a new season high. Moore 25, Brewer 20, Richardson 16. Provost is far from that. His season high came in late November against Blackburn when he scored 32 and eventually knocked down that game-winning triple to seal the deal for Eureka.
And even though Provost isn't at his season high, he's still having a great night with a double-double with 10 assists and 14 points. Getting it done all the way around, passing the ball, one of the big reasons why Eureka's up right now.
So Greenville here an opportunity to inbound. So just for more context, Jacob Gonzalez, his season high is 10 points. He currently has 10. There's a block from Coker. Gonzalez 2 points away from a season high. And I believe that would be it for season highs from Eureka. Bounce pass, ball into the hands of Tully. Pump fake, here's a triple from Grugel off the mark, and Loff is there for the rebound and immediately fouled. Just under 7 minutes left to go. Eureka 106-94. They lead it. That'll send Loft to the free throw line.
Taj Cabello given the foul there and did not like that call at all. And right there you can see the ref talking to him. Definitely not liking that attitude.
Yeah, we've seen a lot, specifically in this broadcast doubleheader, we've seen a lot of discussion with the referee, between player and referee. And I understand. In the women's game, I wasn't necessarily understanding, but definitely now I'm understanding how big of a game this is for both sides, and just really for bragging rights. Obviously, it doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but they definitely want bragging rights.
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete myself, I don't like a lot of the calls, refs, the officials might make, but at the end of the day, they're human, they're doing the best they can. Sometimes you just gotta take what's given to you.
Coker, mid-range bucket with the right hand, no good, kicks it out. Loft, triple, and short. Moore try to get the offensive board. Greenville takes it away. Grugel at the rim against Gonzalez, right hand, and he draws contact. Yeah, these Eureka fans definitely helping the Red Devils situation. You know, I always think about that too, Rob. You're definitely still an athlete. I could answer this myself, but I'll just ask you. What type of impact does a fan base have on a team?
It's huge. I mean, when you come out here and let's say you're playing and there's nobody in the stands, it kind of just, it lowers your energy. Like, you're there, it's like, why? I mean, sometimes you'd feel like, why am I even playing? Nobody's watching. It doesn't really seem like anybody cares. But then you get a big turnout like this, and everyone's cheering you on. You're hyped up. The motivation you had going into this game is just like almost tripled, doubled, whatever. I mean, you just feel great when you have people that are backing you up and supporting you. I can speak for myself as well. Going out there on the ball field and just seeing people out there cheering me on, hearing my name yelled, I mean, it just gets me fired up.
Yeah, I have to completely agree with that. It's pretty interesting because whenever I played baseball, there was just something about the sport. I don't know if it's because it's a sport that I've watched since I was little or played since I was 8 years old, but whenever I was on the field, it's just adrenaline. And I always use the adrenaline to play, and it was just something, it's hard to put into words, but I get what you mean there. Loff able to pull that one down. Coker pushing the pace at the basket. Good job by Andrew Coker to slow things down at the last second and gain another 2 points.
And piggyback off what you said a little bit there, I mean, every player, whether it's baseball, tonight basketball, football, every player just gets in his zone when they're out on the field. And, you just want to do the best that you can, and you carry all that energy and everything you got into the sport because, I mean, at the end of the day, every guy out here loves playing ball.
Here's Moore with the layup and the finish. Eureka, 112 points. The last time they played Greenville, they put up 117, 5 away from reaching that. Here's a left hand and a nice finish from Caleb Johnson, the sophomore forward out of Frisco, Texas. Eureka, again, back on the other end. Not trying to rush any shots, and there's no need to. They could really eat out some clock here. Goad, and there's the slam from Joshua Williford. I don't know if he was expecting a big applause there, but he is not in the right place if that's what he wanted. Good move from Gonzalez. That's goaltending. And that will be 2 points for Eureka. As soon as it hit the backboard, I was, that's should go in.
I mean, that was a nasty step by Gonzalez there.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing, too, when the players plant their feet as if they're planning to draw the foul.
Fans just heckling the Greenville players right now.
Yeah, he was, Acevedo was smiling on the way over there. He knew what he was in for. Carter, bounce pass to Provost, back to Carter. Just over 4.5 left to go in this ball game. Gonzalez on the roundabout. Directs traffic into the paint. Good move with the right hand, but no good on the shot. He is fouled.
I think if he makes at least one of these free throws, Gonzalez has his season high points tonight.
Oh, actually, no, he's already at it.
Oh, he's already there?
12, yeah, he tied his season high at 10. He's at 12 right now.
Okay, never mind. Chance to extend it then.
Almost every single Red Devil that has appeared in this game reached a season high. About half. Maybe just 4, 5, half.
Yeah,
just one under half.
Yeah, we talked about it before the game started. And in the pregame, I mean, everyone's going to have to contribute in order for them to win tonight. And that's exactly what we've seen tonight from the Eureka Red Devils.
They took it to heart, almost as if they could hear us through these headsets. Who knows? They could have been in the locker room watching the pregame, tuning into ECTV. Speaking of ECTV, we are live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. Here's a move kicked out. Williford going up for 3 off the back of the rim, and Richardson pulls it down. Carter spinning against Mobley, in trouble. Stops his feet, needs to get rid of it, bounce past Provost, and it's going to be taken away by Acevedo.
Down.
Williford, good Euro, no good on the finish. And there's going to be a foul against Eureka.
What's the call there?
They're going to say Max Richardson committed a foul. Coach Wilde not too pleased.
Huh. Too bad our replay system's down.
Yeah.
Love to see.
Here's a triple, and believe it or not, that one does not fall through from Elijah Goad. Williford with the bucket and the foul. Do not count out the Panthers yet. 4 minutes left to go, only down by 8. And that'll cause Coach Wilde and the Red Devils to take a timeout here. We're gonna take a break as well. Stay tuned, you're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Welcome to Metamora Kirby Foods. Metamora Kirby Foods is 100% employee-owned and operated. Explore our full deli, meat department, and wide selection of grocery items, including Kirby Foods signature brand. And you can save even more with the Kirby Foods Rewards app. Metamora Kirby Foods prides itself on being a valued part of the community. Shop hometown proud at Metamora Kirby Foods.
Eureka leads at 116 to 108 with just under 4 minutes left to go. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. You're watching ECTV. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. Rob, just under 4 minutes left. Eureka has a comfortable lead, but Greenville, they're a dangerous team. You cannot let your guard down.
No, you can't. And right now, I mean, Eureka hasn't let that guard down. And if they continue to play how they've been playing, I mean, they're going to come out with a W for sure. Only slight tweak I would make right now is, like I said at the very beginning of this half, is a second chance points. You got to continue to limit them.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I'd say foul calls too, but Eureka hasn't been struggling with those. It's just, I guess the referees are viewing something different than we are from up here. They obviously have a closer look. But for now, it's Eureka basketball. Carter again stops his feet, and he could have found Coker. That'll be tipped out of bounds, so no backcourt violation. Carter back to work. And that is going to be out of bounds against Mobley. And he admits that he tipped it out. I do love the confidence from Greenville. A lot of teams would have given up at this point. That pass deflected, saved by Brewer, and that's a backcourt violation. I don't understand why Brewer would have passed the ball. He didn't need to. He could have stopped his feet in plenty of time before he crossed the line.
Yeah, I think right there it was just, you know, it's so much pressure, so much aggression from the Greenville side of things. It's, you know, it forces you to make mistakes like that. And that's what happened.
A bucket and a foul for Greenville. Not what you want to see for if you're Eureka. As we take a look at the Red Devils' schedule up next, they're back on the road 3 straight games, but up next it'll be a trip to Missouri as they get ready to face Westminster College. Tip-off for that game will begin at 3 p.m. Central Time. And the extra point made there from Mobley. 4-point game. Red Devils on top. Still over 3 minutes left to go. Provost in trouble. And you can tell this Greenville defense is starting to pick up that spark again. Carter nearly tripped. Bounce pass Richardson. Pump fake and the finish. That is a very much needed bucket for the Red Devils. Mobley, on the attack is Williford, no good. Great Eureka defense. Carter stopping his feet again. He's been doing that a lot. Just got to make sure that doesn't get him into trouble. Richardson will take his time here. That's a good idea. Carter is worrying me. He almost stepped back a little too far, and there's a little messy pass. Brewer, mid-range, knocks it down. Michael Brewer extend that point total. He's at 22. Provost, no. You cannot foul.
Gotta limit these fouls.
Chances are, I just don't think he's making that layup either way.
No.
There's way too much momentum going down there, and the shot was awkward enough. He kind of went right hand over his head. That's a tough shot to make, even if you're not fouled.
You just can't foul right now. I mean, if you keep doing, this is going to bring them back in the game. They're only down 8 with 2:30 left to play. I mean, this game is not over by any means.
Just over 2.5 left to go in this ball game. A game that started maybe just past 7:30 p.m. and it is currently 9:25. Excuse me, 9:24. My computer always a little ahead. Here's Provost. 7-point game, Red Devils on top. Could have found Brewer. Instead, Coker takes it himself. And he draws contact. Would have been an electric finish if he was able to knock it down. But he does have a chance to still contribute for 2. Let's talk about the uniform game here, though. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, Greenville, they have some pretty solid uniforms.
Yeah, I like the Ville.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
And I might be a little biased because where I went to high school, they were called Rossville, and we called ourselves the Ville. So
it's a tough name.
It is. I like it. That's what also called ourselves Ross Vegas as well. We got a little creative with the names.
Hey, sometimes you have to have fun with it. Greenville basketball. Red Devils up by 8. Bounce pass. There's a slam from Como. He says, I can do that too. And Eureka with another turnover.
Eureka's going to have to clean some things up here.
You took the words right out of my mouth, and I know Eureka's aware of the situation, but they have to really settle down here because it's still anybody's game. 3-point game, Eureka on top. A miss from Eureka and another triple from Greenville, and we're tied. And we know Greenville is 100% capable of knocking down the 3-ball.
Absolutely. Right now, Brewer in central line. It's going to be huge for him to make both of these.
Doesn't even need the backboard.
Nope.
No rim, just net.
Net itself almost didn't even move.
Micah Brewer is the kind of player I see myself going at. Like if you put into, I know it's a weird way of thinking, but you put into perspective like playing a video game, right? Micah Brewer has that flow, that's like a player I would choose to play with in 2K or something.
Yeah, and he's not the biggest guy on the court. If anything, he's actually the shortest. But I mean, he gets it done. He knows how to shoot over guys, get around the defense, and uses his smaller stature to his advantage.
A minute and 30 seconds on the clock. Red Devils up 123-118. They have officially passed their point total against Greenville in their previous matchup, which came in February of 2025. Greenville basketball, Mobley all the way, kicking it out into the hands of Goad. This time off the glass, no good, and Carter takes it away. And Eureka needs to slow things down. Good pass and find to Brewer, over to Carter. Red Devils can eat a lot of clock out here, back to Provost. Provost keeps it himself, nearly taken away. Finds Coker. 10 on the shot clock, Richardson. Over, back to Jackson Provost. Loses it, and he will get fouled, and Greenville not happy with the call. And that's, if you're Greenville and you're trying to win this game, that's not a good defensive possession there. You have to foul because you wasted way too much time there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they're down 5 right now. Not huge margin, but with only 55 seconds left to play, you got to get the ball back as quick as you can. Because you know Eureka's going to eat as much clock as they possibly can each offensive possession.
Yeah, and especially with a guy like Jackson at the line, another guy, you know, if I have to send one guy on the team, it's going to be Jackson at the free throw line because he is just very efficient in his free throw shooting. A guy that, you know, I've seen him come in after road games and practice his free throws, but that will force another timeout here. Red Devils up 125 to 118. We'll take a break as well. Stay tuned. You're watching ECTV live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth.
Did you know toner powder is actually powdered plastic, and Americans consume 100 million pounds of it each year? Epson Workforce Enterprise AM series printers are powered by simple, smart, and clean precision core technology, doing away with waste-making laser printer designs and parts that end up in landfills. So you can experience less wasting, more saving. Your Epson Business First partner is City Blue Technologies in Peoria, Eureka College's official partner for sustainable printing.
Eureka up 125 to 118 with just under a minute left to go. We welcome you into the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth. Matthew Swan, my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen on the call. And right before we took a break, Eureka was fouled. Or were they not? Am I missing? I might be mixing up the plays here.
Almost got 2 free throws.
Okay, yeah. I forgot he shot the free throw. Duh. Okay, so Greenville basketball. It has been a long game. And here's Mobley, and he gets fouled. Gonna have to start supplying some coffee up here.
Oh, yeah.
These late games. Oh, it's not even late. It's not even late. What am I talking about? I'm getting old. This is past my bedtime.
Oh, yeah. Hitting that unk status.
I am. 19 years old. It's over for me.
Dude, I'm right there with you, dude. Yeah, I remember getting called unk for the first time my senior year. I really was like, wow. I am old. I'm okay old. So only my senior year, I was like, wow, I'm just older than all these dudes.
So Mobley able to knock down that second attempt. 5-point game. Red Devils on top. 49.6 seconds left to go. Full court press. Still in play from Greenville. Carter finds Coker. And they're going to try to immediately foul. Provost in trouble. Surprise, no foul yet.
Nice
over to Brewer. And that should seal the deal for Eureka. I don't actually, you know what? I don't want to say, but 40 seconds left. Red Devils up by 7. And it'll be Greenville basketball. Greenville will try to hurry up, get a shot here.
And I would agree with you. I don't even think we can jinx ourselves. I think this game might be finished.
This one kicked out into the hands of Grant. No good from 3. Offensive board by Como. And that time he knocks it down, and Greenville takes the timeout. This is where you have to foul if you're Greenville. 26 seconds left to go. Red Devils can practically hold on for the remainder of the game. And you can imagine Greenville will try to foul here.
All it comes down to is Eureka can make their free throws. And right now they are shooting 74% from the line. So
I feel pretty comfortable with that.
I do too.
Could be worse. You have to look at it that way. Plus, you got to give the ball to the right guy. It all starts with the setup, the foundation. You have to put the basketball in the hands of the right guy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking either Provost or Brewer.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
Two guys that I feel fully confident in shooting from the free throw line. But also, you can see Coach Wilde drawing up plays too, and you think maybe this is a chance for Eureka to just toss the ball around a little bit. And the thing about that, you could try to eat out the clock, but you cannot get too greedy because you don't want to turn the ball over and not get anything out of it either.
Right. I mean, it looks like they're going to continue to full press here. Obviously. And really, if you wanted to, that thing down court, have one man down there. I mean, it's pretty much worked all night.
4-point game with Eureka leading. 26.4 seconds left to go. It'll be Red Devils basketball. Ben Carter will look to inbound. I always love how the players line up exactly at half court. Just so funny to me. Carter finds Coker, and immediately they're going to go for the jump ball, and they're going to say foul. So good job by Coker to wrap his arms around it and hold on.
And Greenville did not like that call whatsoever.
Yeah, they were. I didn't even think about that. Greenville was just trying to get the jump ball call. I didn't even think about that idea.
Yeah, definitely a smart play by them, but it's a lot easier said than done to go for that. Especially when the players know that they're going to be coming down hard to try and get that ball.
So it'll be the senior forward, Andrew Coker, at the free throw line. Attempt number 1 is successful. Coker on the year, shooting 63.3% from the stripe. Very much needed free throws here for the Red Devils. Great communication displayed by Eureka on the back end of the court. Coker attempt number 2. And that one is also successful. 129, 123, 20 seconds, just over 20 seconds left to go. Greenville making a move, and that will be a foul against Mobley. So the Panthers now have a trip to the line. Some trade-off here between both sides.
I was surprised he went in and tried to go for a layup there. Try to drive into the paint. 2 threes is all they need.
Yeah, and you know, with the way they've been shooting from behind the arc, you'd think they'd be a little more confident in their ability. I just don't think they want to waste that opportunity. I think they're going to try to play this game, take this route as long as they can, and eventually shoot the ball from 3 when they're really forced to. So here is Mobley, successful on the first attempt. Mobley coming in. He had coming in a season high of 14 points. Here tonight, he's at 12 right now, 2 away from tying, and he goes 2 for 2. Red Devils basketball, 18.6 left to go. Again, full court press will be in play here, as it's Grant against Carter. Carter with the ball, deep pass, and there is a foul on the back end, so Red Devils will get to the free throw line. It's going to be a long 15 seconds, as I say in quotes.
We haven't thought about this possibility, but it would make the night so much longer is if Greenville is able to tie.
Don't even say that. Don't even say that. I don't know. That would be something else. I honestly, I'm not even going to put it past you. It could happen. I've seen, there have been games this season even where Eureka has, had a pretty comfortable lead, and they've found a way to release their foot off the gas a little bit. Carter, no good.
They even found the way to do the opposite as well, as being down and then put their foot on the gas and then putting it into extras.
They give it to their best 3-point shooter, and he's not able to knock it down. That's a good look for Eureka. Very much needed. 8.1 left to go. The Red Devils will get to the free throw line. That could be it.
If they knock both of these down out here, that would pretty much seal this game. If they make one, miss one, still reachable.
So it's Andrew Coker. No good on the first attempt. Coker, in his senior year, year 3 of athletics at Eureka College, averaging 9.3 a game. That number will 100% spike up after tonight. And he goes 0 for 2 Clock winding down. Greenville pushing the pace. A fourth triple, no good. 1 on the clock. And that should be a win for Eureka. And I believe they're going to say, yeah, that's ball game.
Wow, what a game.
It's ball game, folks. Eureka pulls it off. 130-125 the final. And what was one of the longest games I think we've broadcasted this season.
Also one of the most exciting, I would say.
Definitely. I mean, the game started off intense. We've seen several dunk attempts between Richardson on our end, a few guys on their side as well. And for Eureka, several players finish with a season high. Rob, what do you got for us?
I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, the game itself, it just spoke. It was so exciting to watch. I had a blast up here in the booth, getting to call this game. So much fun. The crowd was hyped. The players were hyped up. The aggression, the adrenaline that just carried throughout this game made it all the worthwhile. Even though this game felt like it went on forever, I was on my toes every play. It was so much fun to watch. I'm excited for next time.
That's exactly right. A very fun game at that. But that's all we have for you. Again, Eureka with the W, 130-125. Our next broadcast of Eureka College basketball will be on Saturday, January 31st, on our sister station. When Eureka visits Westminster College, you can listen to that broadcast on EC 103.1. Coverage will begin at 1 p.m. Live from the City Blue Technologies broadcast booth, Eureka College basketball is made possible by City Blue Technologies, a leading Epson dealer serving Central Illinois. Potter Rentals of Gilman, Illinois, owned and operated by Ernie and Barb Potter, both Eureka College class of 1965. Heartland Bank and Trust, Randy Begole, your State Farm agent in Peoria, Eureka College class of 1994, and by Kirby Foods in Metamora. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Rob Van Tynen, this is Matthew Swan. Thank you for watching.